This is a conversation with Shalaj Lawania. He's a robot successfully masquerading as a human being. He is someone I've looked up to for the longest amount of time, so it was really exciting when I was finally able to find a slot in his busy calendar. In this conversation, we discuss our very surprisingly similar upbringings, why he's an influencer and is so influential and keeps on influencing, what drives him, and his process. For those of you just listening to the audio version of this show, I do recommend switching to the video one just for this episode. This is no time. If you like what you see, then do hit subscribe on YouTube. Smash that button. Follow on Spotify or rate 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. This project continues to take a lot of my time, money, and effort down to our last pennies here. So if you'd like to see it continue, do consider making a donation on Patreon. Thank you to the people who continuously do so. For other forms of love and support, you can follow this channel on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Reels, whatever new social media platform that comes up next, or Facebook copies, or you can follow me personally. And now, hi guys, Hrithik Roshan. Absolutely fantastic. You're listening to No Time. The legendary rock band The Beatles once said, has anyone ever told you that you don't have to speak like this? You can speak normally, right? So the Beatles once said, expert, choking smokers, don't you think the Joker laughs at you? Ho, 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 he, ha, ha, ha. So that naturally leads into my first question. Shalaj, why are you an influencer? Oh my God, how do you know this? I can't believe you know this. You have really done your research, I must say. I'm stunned. Anyway, I've always wanted to give back to society. It's just helping people, putting a smile on their faces. Man, I was born for this. Oh, that's amazing, Shalaj. So can you do a shout out on Instagram for this podcast on one of your stories? Yeah, sure. I'd love to. That'll be 1,000 dirhams per story. Let me know what's your budget. Fascinating. Okay, Shalal, let's move on to our next segment. Just to introduce the segment, I've got one of these jokes. You know, you read on those WhatsApp forwards. Bro, seriously, bro. Bro, what's wrong with you? 1 second, huh?
The human is suspicious of me. What should I do?
Proceed as planned. The invasion begins tomorrow.
Thank you, not Conan.
Anyway, Shaluja, so the joke was, what did the policeman say to his belly button? You're under a vest. Anyway, moving on. Shailesh, I believe you were 5 years old when you first watched Powerpuff Girls. Is that where you first learned business management? Wow, that's a great question. Yeah, Powerpuff was a huge inspiration, but this reminds me of a story. One day I was walking down the road and I found this homeless guy and I thought, wow, you seem really homeless. So I thought I can get a good LinkedIn post out of it. So what I did was I gave him a ride on my private jet and then I ended up buying a house for him on Palm Jumeirah. We married and then I dropped him off. And then I went for my interview for my internship and I found out the guy who was interviewing me was the homeless guy, which basically shows you that you should be kind to everyone, but that mainly I'm quite amazing and that everyone should be as amazing as me. Before we move into the next question, can we just explore that further? What keeps you going? Oh my God, seriously, who does your research? Do you have a team? Do you have a team on this? Anyway, I just doing what I do, it just gives me such a rush that, man, time just flies by. And not just doing it, even just talking about it with you, I could just do it all night long. Oh, that's great. So that leads into my next question. Can we wrap up in 10 minutes? Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah. This is my last question anyway. So my last question for you, Salaz, is what is the meaning of life? Wow, that's a deep question. Thankfully, I've actually thought about this for a long time and I've got the perfect answer for you. I think the meaning of life is... Wow, I must say I've had 28 episodes and this is by far the best answer for the meaning of life I've heard. And I'm just really happy that we were able to get it on camera for forever. So this is out there now, and anyone can watch it. Wow, that was magical. Before we start wrapping up, Silas, I would just like to check with you. What have you built with the Lego here? Oh yeah, so I haven't built much actually. I've just didn't get much time to build. What this represents here is humanity and peace and love for all, and I'm sending a message for equality. And yeah, it all ties in like it always does. Anyway, Shalaj, if people want to connect with you online, in person, where can they do so? Oh, find me in person. You can find me at Venus Restaurant in Karama. Represent. Are they sponsoring? If not, never mind. If you want to connect with me online, you can find me on Neopets at Shalaj 28 or on RuneScape as Lord Shalaj, because all hail imperialism. That's about it. Do connect with me. And can I just ask you a question? How high were you when you thought of this? So high, I can touch the